It's been said it's a wise child who knows his own father, and I know my father, Hal Seeger. Hi, Hal.
Hi, David.
Let me tell you a little bit about my dad. He was a nice Jewish boy from Brooklyn. The only thing he enjoyed about high school was art class, and making black and white posters for the basketball games, which paid him 50 cents. And color posters for school dances, that was 75 cents. At age 16, he dropped out, and his parents enrolled him as a full-time student at the New York Illustration Studios in the Flatiron Building on 23rd. One of Hal's classmates was Bob Kahn, who later changed his name to Bob Kane, and he was the creator of Batman. Hal was not a great art student, but he had a very funny style. His teacher suggested that he try his hand at car cards. Those were ads that appeared in the subway, and Hal's creations became part of the school's portfolio. Hal's father, Sam Seeger, was in the wholesale hosiery business. You know, stockings. And while on vacation at Grossinger's, Grandpa saw Mae Questel perform. She was the voice of Betty Boop.
Boopy-doopy-doopy-doo, boop-boopy-doo.
Jenny Grossinger made the introduction to Mae, and an interview was set up for Hal at Fleischer Studios at 1600 Broadway. Jenny and Mae both got a dozen silk stockings, and Hal showed his portfolio and was hired on the spot. Hal was paid $17.40 per week, plus for every Betty Boop and Popeye strip he wrote, he would get an additional $2.50 for a 5-panel and $5 for a 12-panel weekend strip.
Miami, Florida, home of the Fleischer Studios, where the latest scientific developments are employed in the art of motion picture cartooning.
The Fleischer Studios moved to Florida because of the union. So I went. I was 19 when I went there. I saw an opportunity. They asked me, the B'nai B'rith had asked me, would I be kind enough to help them make some slides for a behavior film they would like to show in hotels. And I said, well, what do you want? Why don't you make an animated cartoon? They said, how much would that cost? I said, oh, if you were going to pay for it, it would be about $10,000 in black and white in limited animation. But I can make a film for you for like $200-300 if all you pay for is whatever stock film that we use at Fleischer Studios and whatever cells and and everything, because everybody in Fleischer Studios is ready to work for me for nothing, work for the B'nai B'rith for nothing. This is because this was against the Bundists, the Germans. These are our enemies. And you didn't have to be Jewish to like Levy's. You didn't have to be Jewish to work on this thing. You couldn't be anti-Semitic. You couldn't be anti-Catholic. You couldn't be anti-black. You had to be a nice guy. Max calls me into his office. And he says, I got a letter from Bonnie Balaban. He would like me to let you use the facility. So I went ahead and I wrote a script. I call it Alice in Blunderland. I said, that's very good, Max. I said, but I offer to do something for a few $100s. And what you did is full animation. I mean, that's like Snow White. I'm not going to do anything like that. Everybody here is going to cooperate and do it for nothing. I just want the right to use your facility, nights, weekends, and whatever material I use, we'll pay for.
The vacationer's paradise, a tropical wonderland, Miami Beach. Man, that's beautiful. Man, that's beautiful. What's this? A blackout? Hello, it's Mrs. Doe. Getting a little sun, eh? We could do without the lowered shoulder straps, though. Be all right on a solarium, but not for a public beach. Mustn't walk around that way. Bathers are welcome, but don't take the sign too literally. Here, try this. Ah, that's better.
Well, this thing was so well received, and I said, well, what the hell? No credits, my name is not on it. All I have is one reel in a can, and I'm going to Washington, and I'm going to get into the Signal Corps, and I'll become a producer, a writer, I don't know, whatever I want to do. They put me in as a senior motion picture writer, and one of the guys that I was in the room with, he says, Hal, I don't understand something. I've been writing in Hollywood for 10 years. I am a junior motion picture writer, and you're a senior motion picture writer. I'm 10 years older than you, and I'm a civilian too, like you are. He says, and how come that you're making $50 a week and I'm only making $40 a week? I says, well, let me tell you something. When you go out to get a job, you put on your best shoes, not your best sneakers. You put on a suit that matches the pants, the jacket that matches the pants. You don't walk around like a schlemiel. I said, you're walking around like a jerk, you know? Immediately, I took over the whole department. And now I'm running, I got Sam Cobain. He was Charlie Adams' protege, who just started working for the New Yorker, and he was so funny. And then I've got Charlie Adams as an artist, because I needed cartoonists. And I'm running a big store there. I got Frank Lesser, who wrote Begin to Begin, and I had him write a parody. It's called When I Begin to Clean the Latrine, to the Begin to Begin music. And I says, well, let me tell you something. I'll get Charlie Adams. He said, well, he's not an animator. I said, doesn't have to be an animator. I'm an expert on limited animation. I made this film. You want to see it? He said, no, I don't have to see it. Capra saw it. He says, I hear it's good. That's all. I don't want to see it. So I said, so now, so we're all set. So I get a hold of Charlie, and I tell him, limited animation. The guy's cleaning the latrine, and just make a drawing here, make one here, and we, mix it. Then I used Myron Waldman, and then the Captain, what the hell was his name, that worked for him? Shep Traub. He was a big Broadway producer. He says, hell, what the hell did you do? Who the hell is Myron Waldman? I said, oh, he's my friend. He was my mentor. He was my boss when I was, he helped me with everything when I started in this business. He says, yeah, but I mean, Charlie Adams, Sam Cobain, good. Myron Waldman? I says, yeah, Myron Waldman. I says, he's damn good. So that was it. That's my answer. He's my friend.
Everyone Hal worked for that he liked wound up working for him.
All the welcomes Coco the Clown. Let's gather around for Coco the Clown.
In 1962, Hal produced 100 Coco the Clown cartoons. Max Fleischer's brother Lou taught Hal how to do the bouncing ball.
East side, west side, all around the town.
In 1967, Hal created 100 Batfink cartoons.
Karate, I must locate Hercules. Batfink! I'd better keep my strength up. You're under arrest, Hugo a Go-Go. Maybe Hugo a Go-Go's under arrest, but Hercules isn't. Hercules, now that my wings are straight, you're going straight to jail. That's what you think. I'll knock you out with a karate. Your karate cannot harm me. Not my karate. Your karate.
In 1965, Hal produced the Milton the Monster Show. Here I am with my younger brother on Halloween.
It's thrilling and chilling and also shock-filling, the Milton the Monster Show. It's daring and scaring, you'll find yourself staring at Milton the Monster Show. Your flesh will creep, your heart will thump, the sights will paralyze. But then you'll see the strangest things that ever met your eyes. It's loony and goony and practically swoony. You'll shake and you'll quake at the sights that they make on the Milton the Monster Show.
On top of Old Horror Hill, in a secret laboratory, Professor Weirdo and Count Kook were in their monstrous glory.
6 drops of the essence of terror, 5 drops of sinister sauce.
When the stirring's done, may I lick the spoon?
Of course, ha, of course. Now for the tincture of tenderness, but I must use only a touch. For without a touch of tenderness, it might destroy me. Oops, too much. Better hold your breath, it's starting to tick.
Better hold my hand, I'm feeling sick.
Hello, Dad. What have I done? I'm Milton, your brand new son.
Faster than a streaking rocket. Speedier than a flash of light. It's Fearless Fly. Possessed with a super strength so powerful, no fly swatter can harm him. No flypaper can hold him. No insecticide can stop him. Always careful not to reveal his true identity, Fearless Fly hides from view as he removes his glasses, which generate millions of megatons of energy through the sensitive muscles in his head, and becomes a meek, mild, passive little fly known as Hiram.
Okay, you leathernecks, this is the big one. The war on inflation, the one we've been itching for. We gotta teach that godless enemy not to mess with the old red, white, and blue. So come on, all you volunteers, step forward. War is hell.
In 1978, Hal Seeger Studios won a Peabody Award with the help of this young animator. Yes, that's right, there's Holly Whitstock Seeger. Holly's a very talented animator. Let's take a quick look.
Olivia Newton, Ron.
Let's get Fisco, Fisco, gotta get Fisco. Let's have some budget talks, budget talks.
And here's a few more of Holly's animations.
Liz, remember my friend from college, Georgette? The one who's like a sister to me.
Oh, sure, Georgette. Why?
Well, she's going water skiing this weekend and invited me along.
Water skiing? Great, Steve. You and Georgette will have such fun together.
Liz, you're terrific. I knew you'd understand.
I hope they drown.
I always set my alarm 15 minutes early so I can do my daily exercise routine. If I don't, I know I'm only cheating myself. Today, I think I'll cheat myself.
Holly teamed up with Sam Seeger, not Grandpa Seeger, but our son Sam, who is also a talented animator, and they created this.
You're a composer. Creating music is hard work, but getting paid is even harder. Every time your music is played on TV or the internet, you should be getting paid. The problem is that you're relying on someone else to report the use of your music in order to make that happen. Did you know that as much as 80% of music used on TV is never reported to rights societies? Finally, you are in control. If your music gets played, you now have the proof you need to get the money you deserve.
It looks like Hercules is about to throw his weight around. 2,000 pounds of it. Is there any hope for Batfink and karate?
Nope. No hope. Where am I?
Where am I?
I guess I might as well give up my career. And I might as well give up my name, Hercules.
You don't have to give up the whole name, you go-a-go-go.
And if you want to have some fun with Batfink and Jerkules, call me, David Seeger, at Today Video, and we'll talk. And if Hal's in the city, he'll join us for lunch.
And I'll pick up the tab, David.
It's a wise son who knows his own father.